Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. For those of you who are new to the channel, I do these collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I do recommend tuning in on those times and days if you feel guided to do so. These are really powerful, energetic spaces that are so uplifting collectively. And thank you to those of you who are listening to this particular reading as it is premiering live, and a huge thank you to those of you participating in the live chat feature as well, that is exclusively available during the live premieres of these readings. So if you would like to tie yourself in more closely to our collective, which means manifesting more specific messages, both from this reading and from future reading videos, I do recommend subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so right as I was giving that whole intro, I really felt guided to actually share a little bit of information on this new moon that has occurred a couple days ago, because today I've been feeling a lot of very intensely emotionally charged energy as of when I am recording this reading, which is actually being recorded on Thursday, so the day prior to when it is premiering. Yesterday, if you are watching this live premiere. Now, I don't believe in coincidences or accidents, so time really doesn't exist at the level of energy. And whenever you are aligning with this video, I do believe that there is some kind of message contained within it for you. But with that being said, I do want to share a little note about this energy we're in right now following that new moon cycle from the moon calendar app. Now, many of you were asking about this app. I am not sponsored by them. I have just begun using the app personally, and I have personally really benefited from the daily messages in the app. You can enter your own birth chart information and get information about how the current lunation of the moon might be affecting you personally. You can also actually integrate your schedule into the app, which I think is just a really amazing feature. Anyway, the app is called the Moon Calendar, and I'll leave a link to it in the description box as well. Again, I am not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I do personally see a lot of benefit in this app. And I'm going to read a message. So the new moon signifies the start of a new cycle. It's the time to formulate new intentions and evaluate existing ones. This is a lower energy phase, so get plenty of rest and give yourself the space to connect with your true purpose, passion, and mission. Set aside time for meditating or journaling, or head into nature for inspiration. From here, you can set intentions which are aligned with your authentic self. When you feel ready, write down your new intentions and go through your existing list to make sure they are still valid. A new moon intention setting ritual will focus your manifestation energy. So that is a beautiful message today from the app to really get the reading started. It's interesting. I talked about there being a very emotionally charged energy in the air today because I felt that some of this was connected with this lower energy cycle that we're moving through, which of course, really even calling it lower energy is our own human egoic aspect judging the phase of the cycle that we are in, because during these times our ego is labeling as lower energy. These are such powerful spaces, as that little excerpt explained, for really setting new intentions, setting aside time for journaling, and of course, clearing our own energy through rest, play, relaxation, meditation, reading, getting out into nature, whatever personally inspires, uplifts you, and clears your energetic field, which of course is going to be unique from person to person. So I guess a major message coming through right at the beginning of this reading is to not judge the phase of the cycle that you are in. And maybe this is referring to this kind of new moon phase of needing more rest, needing more recharge. But that also could relate to a more personal cycle that you are going through in your life, or a phase you are going through at the moment in your life. Maybe in your life generally, at this point in time, you have found yourself in this space where you are feeling a bit lower energy, or maybe you're even labeling yourself as stuck in some regard. I did receive a really powerful piece of advice from a different YouTube reading video. It was actually a pick a card reading video from 𝙎𝙤𝙪𝙣𝙬, who used to be called Stargirl, the Practical Witch on YouTube. I know that many of you have watched some of her readings in the past, but in one of her recent pick a card reading videos, she described how when one area of your life is feeling stuck, it can be so beneficial to shift your focus to other areas of your life where you're feeling the movement of energy, where you're feeling really empowered. And that focusing on going where you are loved, where you are adored, where you feel strong, where you feel empowered, can actually get that energy moving, not just in that one specific area, but in other areas of your life as well. And we as humans really do have this tendency to want to just focus in on what we perceive as quote unquote not working and try to fix it or try to make it work. But sometimes the best thing we can do from an energetic perspective is focus more of our energy on the areas of our life that do make us feel empowered, so that we can cultivate that empowered sense of ourselves and carry that into those other areas of our lives as well. So that piece of advice really helped me personally. I hope that helped someone here listening as well. I'm hearing that someone's just made a decision about you. To finally get into the meat of the reading, so to speak, at the bottom of the Energy Oracle cards deck, we have the card Indecision in the reversed. And wow, I just felt this wave of energy, and it was right around my heart chakra. So this person's heart chakra is really lit up when it comes to you. And it's like they're saying to themselves, I have made a decision about you. I know how I feel about you. With the Magician and the Mirror in the upright position, and also man holding a coin upright, I'm getting chills all over as I'm picking up on this person's energy. I am beginning to pick up on what I would consider to be a masculine energy. But of course, when I use these labels, divine masculine or divine feminine, these are simply labels to describe energy dynamics. And we all actually have an internal balance of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So these messages could apply to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine. They also could apply to an external person or situation. And of course, as I always say, always use your intuition above all else, because that is really the perfect compass guiding you through life. And it's my only goal through these readings to help reconnect you with that intuitive space within yourself in a more conscious way, to be some kind of sign of confirmation for what your intuition already knows and is already speaking to you. Now that I'm done with that little spiel, let's get into this masculine energy that has made a decision about someone listening. Now, because this is coming up as a masculine, I feel that the majority of you relating to these messages would consider yourself more so what we would think of as the divine feminine. Specifically, I'm hearing you've been very much in your creative energy lately, whether that's creative in the sense of a business, your work, your art. This might even just be creating visions in your own mind of what you are desiring to manifest. That in itself is highly creative from an energy perspective. It's creating with the energy of your own mind, your own vision. So whether it's literal physical creating that you've been doing, or more so within your own mind, you've been in this very creatively charged space. And the masculine coming up here has been, I'm just hearing working on themselves. That is coming through very strongly. And I'm going to get specifics on how this person has been working on themselves. But we have the card, I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures. Now, for some of you, this might be very literal. If you do have social media, this person might be watching you through social media or keeping tabs on you in some way. For others of you who don't have social media or aren't connected to that person in this way, this might actually be, I'm just hearing, I'm admiring your growth. This is someone who on a soul level is really admiring how much you've grown and changed, how far you've come. For some reason, I'm hearing something about them being worried that there may have been a misunderstanding between you. So this may be someone who is worried that something was miscommunicated, either that you misunderstand how they're feeling about you, or that they miscommunicated something, or that something was lost in translation. We have the card, I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. So this person, that's why I felt all that heart chakra energy, because the heart chakra is the center of emotion. And this is a masculine who's been feeling a lot of emotion towards you, and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to handle it. I'm hearing specifically how to communicate it to you. We have you deserve better than them. I don't know why, but this card has come out so specifically in recent readings. Now, for some of you, this might be very literal, because you might be connecting with another masculine romantically. You might be on the dating scene, and this is a masculine almost feeling a little bit protective. I don't want to say possessive, because that sounds very negative, but it's someone definitely admiring you, feeling like you deserve the absolute best, feeling like no one else is really worthy of you, even though I feel this person, especially in the past, definitely didn't feel personally worthy of you either. For others of you, if this isn't literal, if you aren't literally connecting romantically with another masculine, or you're not on the dating scene, this is someone who just wants you to know that they feel you do deserve the utmost best, specifically when it comes to love and romance. If you two have shared memories together, with the memories card, this person has really been digging back into their mind. If you have pictures together, they've been looking at those pictures. They've been going back and replaying conversations with you. Again, this is just for those of you that do have that kind of a past in this lifetime with this person. I feel that they're doing this because something in their material world has either become very mundane, or it's caused them to slow down or go within themselves. something has shifted or occurred, like there's been some kind of event in their material world that has either forced them to slow down, to spend more time alone, or to be more in their head. And this is what is causing them to think more on these memories that the two of you have shared together, whether that's literal memories of things that you did together experientially, or whether those memories are conversations that they're replaying. With the outcome card, this is someone who also is very much aiming at a very specific outcome here when it comes to you. This is where we're getting that decisive energy, because the first card you'll remember that we pulled is that indecision reversed. And I said, this masculine's feeling very decisive, like they've made a decision about you. And I feel that decision is actually related to the kind of outcome that they want here. Specifically with the Devil card reversed, this may be someone who has decided to free themselves from something sooner or later. So this could be someone who is in a karmic connection, a karmic situation, dynamic, maybe a lower vibrational job or life circumstance. Whatever this situation is, it's like they're doing this major 180-degree shift within their mind and within their energy. I'm feeling something right as I'm channeling this in the throat chakra, almost like a lump in the throat, like someone feeling like they want to say something, but they're swallowing their own words. That's why I'm picking up that energy right now. And that's what I'm getting from this person. This is someone who really gets anxious about the way that they are coming across to you. They feel like they aren't very good with their words, and they see you as someone who's extremely eloquent. So communicating with you feels intimidating to this person. For some reason, I'm hearing something about spelling, like this might be someone who isn't the best at spelling or feels like they're not using the correct grammar, things of that nature. That might not be the case for everyone, but it's almost like this person just gets self-conscious whenever they're talking to you or even just texting you. But something you have done or said, or maybe it's just an energy you transmitted to this person if you've not been physically interacting or in communication. Something has pushed them into this decision mode where they're very decisive with the Devil card reversed, that they are going to be releasing themselves or freeing themselves from something that's been very low vibrational in their life. But it's almost like previously they didn't feel the push or the motivation to free themselves from this thing, this job, this dynamic, this connection, whatever this lower vibrational thing in their life is for them. With the Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups, yeah, this is someone who is very, very determined to come forward to you with some kind of clear communication. And ultimately, their aim here is a partnership or a coming together between the two of you. And what I'm really getting from them is they're in this for the long haul. So you on the external might be looking at this person or their current circumstances thinking, they don't look like they care. They don't look like they're taking action really, when it's actually totally the opposite. It's almost like this person is planning for the long term here. They've decided that they're going to free themselves from whatever's been low vibrational in their life, and they're going to move towards you. And with some kind of clear communication as well, they're aiming at this partnership or this coming together with you. But for some reason, I keep getting that this is a masculine aware that they're going to have to be strategic here. I don't know if for some of you, the circumstances may be very complicated. There might be other people involved. There might be the feelings of other individuals involved. I'm really curious what shifted. I feel there was something you did or said, or an energy maybe that you subconsciously transmitted to this person that just caused them to have this 180-degree shift kind of moment where they decisively shifted into that mode of, okay, I'm going to be in this with Divine Feminine for the long term. I have to find a way, one way or another, to free myself from this lower vibrational situation or dynamic that I'm in so that I can communicate clearly that I want this partnership with Divine Feminine. So I want to know what it is that caused this masculine to undergo this shift? What did you do, or what happened in their world? Okay, they're no longer at a crossroads, with crossroads reversed. Why is this person no longer at a crossroads? Forgive. This may have been someone who wasn't sure whether or not you would forgive them for things that may have happened between you in the past, but something has signaled to them, either spiritually, subconsciously, through a dream, or maybe something you said or did indicated to this person that you might be open to a warm connection with them, or to having them in your life in some capacity. Now, of course, you are the creator of your own life experience, so you get to decide how this connection is going to look for you, how you want to manifest it to be. For others of you, you may not necessarily want this person in your physical life, or you may not want a long-term romantic connection with them necessarily. And of course, that's entirely your choice. But what I'm picking up here very strongly is that, at least in this person's own mind, they received like some kind of a signal, either spiritually, emotionally, or maybe it was something you did or said that signaled to them that you might be open to at least having some kind of a connection with them, or having them in your life in some capacity, or in a greater capacity than they are now. I'm just hearing like they received some kind of sign or signal, either from you or from the universe. I strongly feel that something has happened as well to cause this person to see a massive amount of potential between the two of you. I feel that for some of you, this could have been that, for example, maybe they had a dream, or they noticed you coming up in their thoughts. This may have been a daydream where the two of you were connecting romantically, or were together in more of like what we think of as a union capacity. And it filled them with so much positive emotion that they never felt in any other context or relationship. And that signaled to them that they had to free themselves from this lower vibrational current situation so that they can make this offer towards you. It's like something made them see the potential of the two of you. I'm hearing humor, so humor might be a really important part of your bond with this person. We're also getting the outcome card coming here again. So this is a masculine who is very fixated on having a specific outcome with you. Again, it's entirely up to you whether or not you choose to align with them in this outcome. There are an unlimited number of timeline potentials, and we all create our own reality. But I strongly feel that that's what they want here. They want a very strong manifested physical partnership with you, and they see such a huge amount of potential in that, with the Ace of Pentacles upright. And once again, the Devil card reversed. It's like this person is saying, I want to make this big offer towards you, but it's almost like I don't know why I'm hearing them say, I can't cash in my chips yet. It's almost like this person is building momentum, like I'm hearing, this is such a strange metaphor, but in the idea of cashing their chips, it's like they're saving up those chips. They're slowly building to this point where they can cash them all in at once and make this one big grand move towards you, or this grand offer towards you. But in this process, it requires them, again, with the Devil card reversed, to free themselves from some kind of lower vibrational dynamic. And they are very much aware of that. They've been very dependent on something or someone in their life that's also been detrimental to them, that they weren't ready to release in the past. But now, because of some signal they've received from either you or the universe, they are ready to go through that tower moment that they've been avoiding. I feel almost like this person has been very avoidant, even though they've known for a long time that whatever this is in their life, whether it's a relationship, a job, an addiction, a situation, they've known that it has to end, that even though they've been dependent on it, it's also been detrimental to them. And they've now reached a point where they're willing to undergo that tower moment simply for the opportunity to be able to clearly make some kind of offer for you, or to clearly express how they feel. Because even if you do turn down this offer, this masculine is in the mindset of, I have to make that offer regardless, because I'm going to be in regret for the rest of my life if I don't clearly communicate to Divine Feminine how I feel and what I want here. So I have to say, this now has me really curious exactly how they feel and what they want. I mean, we've already shared some information on that, but I want to get much more specific. So I will be channeling that in the extended version of the reading on Patreon. In the extended reading, we will also look into future timeline potentials with this masculine. So how this situation might be potentially moving forward into the future. And the link to the extended reading on Patreon is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. For those of you who are new here, I do channel these extended Patreon readings 3 times per week. So when you join our beautiful soul tribe on Patreon, you get access to 3 additional exclusive readings channeled every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, along with these main collective reading videos. And again, the link to join is under the video. Okay, so I am reshuffling the energy oracle cards, and I really just want to open up the reading, as we often do near the end of the readings, to see what messages I can channel for our Divine Feminine collective. Ground yourself with the root chakra and the attachment card reversed. The interesting thing about this attachment card reversed, speaking to releasing any lower vibrational attachments that might be weighing down on your energy. The thing about this card is, I had somehow shuffled and it was right in my hand, but I was looking towards the microphone and towards the cards I'd already laid down on the desk. So it's like it was right in my face, but I didn't see it. And that's how I'm feeling for some of you. You might have certain lower vibrational things, patterns, etc., that are kind of right in your face, but you might have not seen them in the past. So this might be certain dynamics that, with just a little bit of journaling or beginning to reflect and go inward, you might actually be able to very quickly pick up on some self-limiting, lower vibrational patterns, whether it's patterns of thought, patterns emotionally, maybe it's people or things in your life that have been weighing you down energetically. And I'm hearing an emphasis on journaling specifically being a potentially really powerful way to get clear on how you are feeling internally. Many of you already do have some form of journaling exercise, and of course, only participate in this if it does feel intuitively aligned for you personally. But I do feel this could really be a powerful tool for someone listening if you haven't yet given it a try. And of course, the moon calendar app that I mentioned earlier, and also that I'm linking under the video, is another way that you can journal. If traditional journals haven't resonated with you, there are special journal prompts that are actually related to the moon cycles that you can access through that moon calendar app. I often like to do that as well. With Caring Connections reversed, I do feel that for some Divine Feminines, there might be some very heavy emotion coming up about times in your life, or maybe certain people, connections, environments, places who rejected you or who couldn't appreciate you and your true power and authenticity. Some of these people and groups might still be active in your physical life. In other cases, this might be people or groups from your past, and for some reason, this resurfacing of that kind of raw feeling of just not quite belonging or not quite fitting into these places, spaces, or groups might be coming up to the surface for some listening. And I'm hearing that kind of cliche statement, but I feel it's so needed if you're resonating with this, which is, you came here to be different. You did not come to fit in with a broken world. You came to transform it. You came to radiate a kind of light and a kind of energy that would inspire and uplift others to a higher level of consciousness. And you are doing that. In fact, you have been doing that, whether or not you've been consciously giving yourself credit for it. Because I do feel I'm picking up on a divine feminine as well, who may have been really hard on herself recently, feeling like she isn't doing enough or feeling a little lost. Again, you might be in a bit of a low energy phase, especially with this new moon cycle. And just know that you have inspired, uplifted, and energetically assisted more than you can possibly imagine or conceptualize at the conscious human level. I'm hearing to give yourself more credit for how much of an inspiration you are, for how brave you are, for choosing to be different, for choosing to live your life in such a unique way that is also so inspiring to so many others. And it's funny because as I was lightly shuffling and sharing all of that, we get the Temple Path card. And whenever I pull this card, I always just hear the words, "You are on the right path," because so many of us do so often experience doubts just simply being human. It's part of the human experience to have those doubts of our spiritual path and purpose from time to time. But I feel that someone listening just needs to know that you are right on track, even if you are going through a bit of a stuck, again, that's a label from the ego, but a stuck phase, a low energy moment or phase of your life. Release any self-judgments and really allow yourself to solidify that inner knowing that you are right on track. So I feel someone specific may have even just manifested that specific confirmation of being on the right path. And I really hope that through this virtual space here and this community on YouTube, we can cultivate a place that is mutually supportive, inspiring, and uplifting. And if all of that connects with you and resonates with you, I would love to have you here. And I invite you, of course, to subscribe to the channel. If you're connecting specifically with this reading, I will be channeling more details and pieces of information in the extended version of the reading, along with everything we talked about earlier. We will also be channeling into anyone or anything else that might be connecting with your energy at this time. And again, the link to the extended Patreon reading is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. For now, I am going to be closing this first reading on YouTube with a Rumi Oracle card, and this card is commitment. So I'm going to read a message from the guidebook. The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. Rumi. We are candles lit by the one great flame. The breath of life does not extinguish us. On the contrary, it only serves our flame to blaze brighter. Here in the temple of one love, there is no flickering or smoke to our flame. We are natural in our purpose, simply to bring the warmth and light of love to life. We dance though we are stillness. We are on fire, though we do not burn. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. When we stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us every moment, and engaging with it as it is, we can become careless with the light of the heart. Our huffing and puffing to force what does not need to be forced can cause the heart light to flicker and waver. This can make our way seem uncertain, and doubts can crowd in upon us as the light is compromised in its purpose. We forget to trust in what is because we get caught up in attachment and fear surrounding our desires. Rather than letting life move us, we try to move life. Life operates according to a genius that is beyond a linear approach. It is to be trusted rather than understood. So that feels like a perfect place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today and sharing your own powerful, unique, high vibrational frequency with the channel. I hope you all have a beautiful remainder of your day and weekend, and I will connect with you here again in Monday's collective reading.